10 tiny details that make you look like a high-status man. Women notice these. Women notice way more than you think. In just 7 seconds, they've already formed an impression of you without you even saying a word. It's not just about what you wear or how much money you make. It's the subtle details, your posture, your tone, even how often you check your phone. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to refine your presence and start radiating high-status energy without faking it. And if you stick around till the end, I've got a bonus tip that most men overlook, but it's one of the biggest game changers when it comes to attraction. Let's get into it. Welcome to Ima, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. 1. The way you walk. Controlled, confident strides. Think about the most powerful man you've ever seen. Maybe it's a CEO, a top athlete, or even a movie character like James Bond. They all share one thing, a controlled, intentional walk. The way you move tells people everything about you before you speak. If you rush, hesitate, or drag your feet, you signal nervousness, insecurity, or a lack of purpose. But a high-status man moves differently. He walks smoothly, with controlled strides, and never seems rushed. He moves like a man who has places to be, but on his own time. Here's a simple adjustment. Slow your pace by 10%, keep your shoulders back, chest slightly out, and let your arms move naturally. Walk as if you're completely in control of your environment. Think of a lion walking across the savannah. He's never in a hurry, never reacting to the world. He owns it. Walk with that energy and watch how people start noticing you differently. 2. How you handle your phone. Minimal screen checking. Here's something most men don't realize. How often you check your phone says a lot about you. A man who constantly checks notifications, scrolls aimlessly, or texts mid-conversation looks distracted, anxious, or socially dependent. He's signaling that whatever's happening on his screen is more important than real life. And trust me, women notice this instantly. Now picture a high-status man. He's not glued to his screen, he's fully present. He checks his phone with purpose, not out of habit. When he's talking to someone, his attention is on them, not on an endless loop of apps. A study from the University of Essex found that even having a phone visible on a table reduces connection and trust in conversations. That means putting your phone down, or better yet, keeping it in your pocket, instantly makes you more attractive. Try it. The next time you're in a conversation, forget about your phone. Be present. Watch how people and women respond to you differently. 3. The way you sit. Relaxed yet composed. How you sit in a room instantly tells people what kind of man you are. A low-status man fidgets, slouches, or sits stiffly as if he's uncomfortable in his own skin. But a high-status man? He owns his space. Imagine how a king sits on his throne. Relaxed yet powerful. Never rushed, never anxious. That's the energy you want to embody. Here's how to do it. Plant both feet on the ground, lean back slightly, and keep your arms relaxed. Don't cross your arms too tightly. That makes you look defensive or insecure. Instead, keep your posture open, confident, and engaged. A psychological study from Harvard found that expansive body language increases testosterone, dominance hormone, and lowers cortisol, stress hormone. That means your posture not only changes how people see you, but also how you feel about yourself. Next time you sit down, take up space. Own your seat. Women notice this instinctively, and it instantly sets you apart. 4. If your clothes are wrinkle-free and well-maintained, you don't need designer brands to look high status. In fact, most high status men avoid flashy labels. What they focus on instead? Presentation. A man wearing a clean, crisp, well-fitted $40 shirt looks higher status than a man in a $500 wrinkled one. Why? Because how you present yourself signals self-respect. A study by Princeton University found that people form lasting judgments based on appearance in just 100 milliseconds. That means before you even say a word, your outfit has already spoken for you. Here's a simple rule. Keep your clothes wrinkle-free, lint-free, and well-fitted. Invest in a steamer, a lint roller, and a quality iron. Check your collars, cuffs, and shoes before leaving the house. These details matter. People may not consciously notice when your shirt is freshly pressed, but they will notice when it isn't. And that's the difference between looking polished and looking careless. Small effort, big impact. 5. The scent trail you leave behind, but not overpowering. Women have a 40% stronger sense of smell than men, according to research from Rockefeller University. That means your scent matters, more than you think. Most men fall into 2 categories: no scent at all, or way too much. A high-status man, he leaves a subtle, memorable scent, not an overpowering cloud. The goal is to make people lean in, not step back. You should only be noticed up close, never from across the room. Here's how to do it right. Spray cologne on pulse points, wrists, neck, and behind the ears. 2 sprays, max. Never rub it in, let it dry naturally. And always choose a clean, masculine scent. Notes of cedarwood, leather, or a hint of spice work best. A well-chosen fragrance subtly elevates your presence. It creates an association. People will remember you. And when a woman catches a faint trace of your scent hours later, that's the kind of high-status impact you want. 6. Your posture. Shoulders back, chest slightly out. Your posture is the foundation of how people perceive you. Before you even speak, your body language has already introduced you. A man who hunches his shoulders, keeps his head down, or shifts awkwardly sends one message: lack of confidence. On the other hand, a man who stands tall, with his shoulders back and chest slightly out, exudes authority and presence. A Harvard study found that people who adopt power poses experience increased testosterone, dominance hormone, and reduced cortisol, stress hormone. That means standing correctly doesn't just make you look confident. It actually makes you feel more powerful. Here's the fix. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, and keep your chest slightly out. This isn't about puffing up or looking aggressive. It's about looking assured and composed. Imagine a lion surveying his territory. He's not tense or frantic. He's steady, present, and aware. That's the energy you want to embody. Women notice posture instantly, and the right stance can immediately change how you're perceived. 7. The way you shake hands. Firm, but effortless. A handshake is often the first interaction people have with you, and it sets the tone for everything that follows. A weak, limp handshake? Forgettable. An overly aggressive, crushing grip? Uncomfortable. But a firm, effortless handshake with direct eye contact and a slight nod? That's high status. Psychologists say a good handshake increases trust and credibility within seconds. It's not just about grip strength, it's about control. A high-status man shakes hands with confidence, not force. Here's the formula: 2 shakes, medium pressure, and release. That's all it takes. Maintain eye contact without staring someone down, and give a slight, natural smile. This shows that you're confident, but not trying too hard. Next time you shake someone's hand, be intentional. Women notice how a man carries himself in small moments like this, and trust me, a confident handshake is one of the easiest ways to stand out. Your handshake introduces you before you even say a word. Make sure it speaks well. The type of belt you wear. Cheap versus elegant. A belt might seem like a small detail, but it's one of the first things people subconsciously notice. A cheap, worn-out belt instantly lowers your entire outfit, no matter how well-dressed you are. Think about it. A suit with a scuffed-up, peeling belt instantly ruins the look. But a simple, high-quality leather belt? That's effortless elegance. Here's the rule: stick to classic leather belts in black or brown, no giant logos, no cheap, flimsy materials. A well-crafted belt tells people you care about details, without saying a word. Research from the Journal of Fashion Marketing found that people associate polished accessories with success and attention to detail. A good belt isn't about flexing wealth, it's about subtle refinement. Want to instantly upgrade your wardrobe? Invest in 1 or 2 quality belts. They last longer, look better, and, believe it or not, make you appear more put together. Because high-status men don't overlook details. 9. Your dental hygiene. Pearly whites signal success. Your smile is one of the most powerful tools you have. If your teeth are yellow, stained, or neglected, it subconsciously signals poor discipline and low self-care. And whether you realize it or not, people judge you for it. A study by the American Dental Association found that people with white, well-maintained teeth are perceived as more attractive, trustworthy, and successful. That's not opinion, that's science. Here's how to fix it. Brush twice daily, floss, and invest in whitening strips if needed. Also, use a tongue scraper and mouthwash. Most bad breath comes from bacteria on the tongue, not your teeth. Ever wonder why Hollywood actors and CEOs always have perfect teeth? It's not just genetics, it's an investment. And the best part? Dental care is one of the easiest status upgrades you can make. A bright, healthy smile subtly commands respect. It boosts confidence, makes people more comfortable around you, and most importantly, women notice it instantly. 10. The tone and pace of your voice. Commanding without being loud. Your voice has the power to attract or repel. If you speak too fast, too loud, or with uncertainty, people won't take you seriously. But if you slow down, lower your pitch slightly, and pause for effect, you command attention effortlessly. A study by the University of Glasgow found that men with deeper, more controlled voices are perceived as more dominant, trustworthy, and attractive. That's why powerful leaders never rush their words. Here's the fix. Speak 10% slower than you think you should. Lower your tone slightly and pause before important points. The best speakers control the room with silence just as much as their words. Think about the most influential men: Morgan Freeman, Idris Elba, Jeff Goldblum. They don't rush, they make every word count. If you want to sound high status, start speaking with purpose. Confidence isn't about volume, it's about control. And a man who controls his voice controls the room. If you made it this far, type status in the comments so we know you're one of the real ones. This helps us see who's really paying attention, who's serious about leveling up, and who belongs in our community of high-value men. Bonus: the way you exit a room. Most men rush out of places like they're escaping. They leave a conversation mid-sentence, disappear from a party without a word, or sneak out of a meeting unnoticed. And whether they realize it or not, that kills their presence. A high-status man never rushes out or leaves unnoticed. His exit is just as intentional as his entrance. Next time you leave a room, do this. Pause, take a breath, make eye contact with key people, give a slight nod, shake a hand, or offer a simple "good seeing you," then leave, calmly, like a man who knows he has places to be. That's the difference between being forgettable and leaving a lasting impression. And that wraps up today's video on the 10 tiny details that make you look like a high-status man. Now, if you got value from this, do me a favor, hit that like button to help support the channel and boost this video so more men can see it. And if you're serious about becoming the best version of yourself, subscribe and turn on notifications because we drop powerful content like this every single day. We've also handpicked another video that you'll love. It's right here on your screen. Click on it now, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.